Hey, welcome back to our channel. I'm Jared from 3C's Recreation, and we just unboxed the all-new CFMoto CForce 400. We couldn't be more excited. A ton of updates. We sell a ton of CFMotos, and for them to push it and go even farther with an all-new layout, we are so excited. Let's jump into it. In the front, right away, you'll notice we've got a whole new front design. Headlights are repositioned. You got a new front bumper that comes down. You got the grab handle in the middle. We still have the spot for a winch, which is very nice. They give you the arched front A-arms, which is so cool in this model. For a machine that only retails for $49.99 currently, to get that kind of features is awesome. A lot of brands you have to buy aftermarket stuff like that. You get a lot of room between the rack and the fender to clean it. And underneath it here, it's very easy to clean and wash out. There's a ton of room in here now. You've got a really nice new tire. It looks a lot like the Maxima Bighorn, and that's on the front and the rear. The footwell is a nice wide design, and all the sleek fenders come down, so it's not going to be rubbing on your legs. A lot of room for us taller riders even. You can see how it's designed and cupped, so our legs aren't going to be rubbing on any kind of the gear shifters. We have the 12 volt and the USB ports, so if we're trying to charge our cell phones or plug our speaker into while we're riding, easy to do. Our gear selector has the same shift pattern, but it's got a new grab, and it feels really smooth on this model. We still have low, high, neutral, reverse, and park. The seat comes off super easy. We just have a pull tab on the bottom. We pick up on it. We have a spot for our toolkit. The battery is way easier to get to. There's no plastic covering it, so we've got our negative and our positive terminals. So if we're trying to charge the battery or change it, just 2 bolts to remove that. Airbox is super easy to get to now. There's no more wires coming over the top that we have to try to move out of the way. This a couple of push pins. This will come right off. The seat goes on super easy. It's a whole new wide design, very comfortable, a lot of foam. Again, we got the metal racks in the rear. We have the new rear taillight and suspension design back here as well. So if I turn the key on for you guys, and we just put it in neutral real quick, we can show you what the taillights look like. Turn the lights on here. So now here's the new taillight design. And if I throw it in reverse, you can now see the reverse lights as well. And they're up here on the top. In the back, you got the bigger glove compartment, so we can open this up and show you guys that. You still get the independent rear suspension, so each wheel is going to move on its own, which is going to make the ride very smooth, and it gives you a lot more ground clearance compared to some of the other brands. This one is 9.8 inches of ground clearance. Again, very easy to clean this out. It's a big, clean wheel well, so when you're at home trying to clean these, very easy. There's a lot of room to get in here and blast the water and the mud right out. We've got the foot brake on this side. And we'll talk about the all new handlebar layout here for you guys. So what you'll see is down here we got our key switch. We have on and off. It's a 2-position switch. So if I turn it on, it'll give us power to the display. In the display you'll see we've got our miles per hour, what gear we're in, 2-wheel or 4-wheel drive. We have a full tank of gas in this one, 0 miles on this one, and this is our temp sensor on this side. So what we can show you guys is we'll put it right in park. It's easy to see what gear you're in, big and illuminated there. And this is our switch for the 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive. So all we do is we're in 2-wheel drive now. We come to a complete stop. We'll flick up on this, and it'll put it right into 4-wheel drive. And if you need true 4-wheel drive, we can also stop again, flick up on this, and push out on that. And now we're in true 4-wheel drive, and you'll see the X blinking on the display. Now keep in mind, this will get a lot harder to steer when we're in true 4-wheel drive, because all 4 tires are now digging all the time. But if you're in a big mud hole, that's a really nice feature to have. Our throttle is underneath it here. All new grip design. It's a half waffle. It gives you a ton of grip on the bottom. Nice and soft and smooth. I think you'll really enjoy that. The biggest change on the handlebar setup is going to be the new left-hand brake. So before, the brake was always on the throttle side, which I kind of enjoyed this because I'm a dirt bike rider, so I'm used to brake here and clutch here. But for most of our riders, they're coming off other brands that are used to having a brake on this side. We got our light switch, and then this is our start button. So to start this vehicle, we're in park currently. I can just hit the button down, and it fires right up. I'll show you guys the headlights. It's a very smooth motor. They did not change a lot of the design of the engine, but the bodywork and suspension all around it had big updates. This was Jared from 3C's Recreation. If you're in the Western New York area, give us a call. We sell a ton of CF motos and we'd love to be your dealer. Thanks for watching.